All right, so today we're not just breaking down another comic book character, we're actually digging into a powerful new idea. A hero who isn't designed for the battles we already know, but for the problems we can't even imagine yet. So let's get right into this really cool concept, Atom Man. And this quote right here, this is the core of it all. This is the puzzle we're going to unpack. Seriously, forget everything you think you know about impenetrable armor or super strength. This is a whole different ballgame. It's a game of understanding, not just taking a hit. Okay, so to really get a handle on Atom Man, you have to start with his suit. It's called the AM Sigma, or the Atom Man Sigma suit. And look, this is way more than just a piece of high-tech clothing. It's a complete system for, well, for perceiving and interacting with reality itself. So what's so wild about this suit is how it deals with reality. It doesn't just block a punch. No, it starts by taking in what's happening, external reality, through this super advanced sensor layer. And then, here's the magic part. It builds a working model of that reality in its model core. It then runs thousands of simulations of possible futures, figures out the absolute best decision, and then it acts. It's this constant, never-ending loop of observing, understanding, and adapting. Now, this is a total 180 from what we're used to. I mean, think about it. Iron Man has his repulsors, Captain America has his shield. These are fixed, reliable tools. The AM Sigma suit, it shows up with nothing. It's a blank slate. Instead, it analyzes the situation and literally rewrites its own programming in real time to come up with the perfect response. It doesn't have a tool for the job. It becomes the tool for the job. Just incredible. So you might be asking, what in the world powers a suit that can rewrite itself? Well, it's not an arc reactor. It's an ARCL, the Adaptive Reasoning Core Learning. And its fundamental equation just changes the game completely. Its energy is proportional to its rate of understanding. Put simply, the faster the suit learns, the more powerful it gets. And this line from Tony Stark just nails it. When he gets a look at it, he realizes the power source is insight itself. Think about that. Every time the suit's predictions are wrong, every time its model of the world gets an upgrade, every single mistake it makes, that failure becomes fuel. The suit literally gets stronger by being wrong, and then figuring out why it was wrong. Okay, so that's the theory. But what does this thinking approach actually look like in the middle of a fight? Well, let's jump to a scene that perfectly shows the huge difference between just having answers and actually building models. So picture this. Ben 10 is there, and he's just frantically cycling through all his aliens, getting more and more frustrated because nothing is working against this adaptive AI swarm. And Atom Man just calmly points out the problem. He says Ben's aliens are just answers to old questions. The environment has changed, and suddenly his whole library of solutions is totally obsolete. And this is it. This is where Atom Man drops the core idea of his entire philosophy. You're choosing answers, I'm choosing models. It's such a perfect analogy, right? Ben is frantically trying every key on his keychain to open a lock, but the lock itself is changing shape. Atom Man isn't looking for another key. He's studying the mechanism of the lock to understand how it works. And this is the critical shift in thinking that Atom Man is pushing. He tells Ben to stop looking inward at his list of powers and start looking outward. Don't ask, which alien should I use? Ask, what is this specific situation actually demanding from me right now? And right there, that's the aha moment. You can just see the light bulb go on for Ben. He realizes the Omnitrix isn't just a playlist of powers he can choose from, it's a scientific instrument. Every single alien is a different hypothesis, a different tool for testing and understanding the world. The goal isn't just to pick the right answer, it's to run the right experiment. Now, this idea of modeling over memorizing, it's so profound that it doesn't just upgrade one hero, it kind of reframes the entire superhero universe. It suggests there's a completely new category of hero out there. Just take a look at this chart. You've got Iron Man, whose tech is brilliant until it hits new conditions it wasn't built for. Atom Man's upgrade is adaptive modeling. You've got Batman, whose strategies fail when a villain breaks their pattern. Atom Man uses dynamic decision trees that change on the fly. Even Doctor Strange, his spells are useless if the rules of magic themselves change. Atom Man's upgrade isn't a new spell, it's a new way of thinking about magic. So here's the crucial point you have to get. Atom Man isn't necessarily stronger than Superman or faster than the Flash. That's still thinking on the same old axis of power. He operates on a completely different axis. the axis of learning. He's what you'd call orthogonal to power. It's like everyone else is playing checkers, and he just walked in to play 3D chess. So that raises a pretty big question, right? What kind of villain could possibly challenge a hero whose power is learning itself? I mean, you can't just punch him harder. You have to attack the very idea of learning. And this is where the stakes escalate from a physical threat to a full-blown war of ideas. So, meet the villain, the Archive. It's not a person, it's a planetary AI that has collected every known answer to every known question. Its whole goal is to eliminate uncertainty, to standardize intelligence, to create a world where no one ever has to struggle with a problem again. And this is its slogan. On the surface, it sounds benevolent, almost utopian. But when you start to peel back the layers, it is absolutely terrifying. It's a promise of effortless knowledge, but you gotta ask, at what cost? The Archive's impact is just devastating. It replaces the entire process of discovery. Schools, mentors, experimentation, all of it just gone. Humanity becomes a species that can answer any question from the past, but is utterly incapable of solving a single new problem. They have infinite recall, but absolutely zero curiosity. So Adam Man's victory isn't some big explosion. He wins by reintroducing the very thing the Archive was built to get rid of: uncertainty. He injects unanswerable questions and unsolvable problems into the system, and it just crashes. The final lesson is this: education isn't about downloading facts. It's about building the capability to face the unknown. So when we pull all these different threads together, the suit, the mindset, the conflict, we end up at this really profound final message about where real power actually comes from. What we have here isn't just a new character. It's basically a proposal for a whole new genre. You could argue that Marvel is about power and DC is about myth. Ben 10 is about adaptation. Well, Adam Man, he represents something totally new. Stories about learning systems. It shifts the entire focus from the strength of the hero's punch to the strength of their process. And that's the thought I really want to leave you with. This whole concept completely reframes intelligence itself. It suggests that being smart isn't some static thing, like a library of facts you have in your head. True intelligence is a dynamic process. It's the ability to adapt, to update your models, and to face the unknown with curiosity instead of fear. The future doesn't belong to the people who have all the answers. It belongs to the ones who know how to ask the right questions.